everyone, I'm Jackie and I'm here to help you pass your US citizenship interview. Today, I'm here to review the 100 civics questions to help you for your interview. So the questions will be in random order and I'll give you the simplest answer to remember. Are you ready? Grab a drink, grab a snack, we'll take a couple breaks, put on your study hat, and let's get started. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The vice president. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. Slavery. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? The Atlantic Ocean. What major event happened on September 11th, 2001 in the United States? Terrorists attacked the United States. What are two cabinet-level positions? Attorney General and Vice President. I like to picture them around the table with the president. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? Speech. Name one branch or part of the government. President. That's easy, right? Who is the father of our country? George Washington. Let's hope you got that one. How many amendments does the Constitution have? 27. What is the capital of your state? The answer depends on where you live, so check the link in the description if you need some help. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government? To print money. Money, money, money. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? J.D. Vance. Name one U.S. territory. Puerto Rico. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? To vote in a federal election. What is the economic system in the United States? Market economy. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. John Jay. What are the two major political parties in the United States? Democratic and Republican. Name one state that borders Canada. New York. What is the name of the President of the United States now? Donald Trump. All right, how are you doing? How many have you gotten right so far? All of them? Maybe? I'm gonna take a sip, a little break. Okay, take a stretch if you need it, and we'll get started. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? Africans. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Because there were 13 original colonies. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Freed the slaves. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? Communism. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? Checks and balances. What did the Declaration of Independence do? Announced our independence from Great Britain. A very big deal. In what month do we vote for president? November. November is also the month of Thanksgiving. So president and Thanksgiving, they always go together. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Louisiana. Where is the Statue of Liberty? The New York Harbor. What is the political party of the president now? Republican. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? He was a US diplomat. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? 9. It can't be an even number for the votes, so there are 9. What is the rule of law? Everyone must follow the law. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? The Civil Rights Movement. Now, a lot of people get confused with civil rights and civil war. So civil rights was the movement to end racial discrimination. How many U.S. senators are there? 100. 2 for each state. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? The United States. What are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress? The Senate and the House of Representatives. Name one state that borders Mexico. California, my home state. Yay! What does the president's cabinet do? Advises the president. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? The Native Americans. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there are 50 states. Are you good with dates? The next question. When was the Constitution written? 1787. What does the judicial branch do? Reviews laws. We elect a president for how many years? 4. What did Susan B. Anthony do? Fought for women's rights. What is freedom of religion? You can practice any religion or not practice a religion. Who is the governor of your state now? This answer depends on where you live, so if you need some help, check our links in the description. Who signs bills to become laws? The president. Just picture him signing the bills. Who was president during World War I? Woodrow Wilson. What is the name of the national anthem? The Star-Spangled Banner. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? World War II. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. World War II. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? The Bill of Rights. If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The Speaker of the House. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Crow. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? To be loyal to the United States. When do we celebrate Independence Day? July 4th. Think fireworks. What is one reason colonists came to America? Freedom. Everyone wants freedom. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? The Constitution was written. Notice it's in the question. Constitutional Convention, that's where the Constitution was written. What is the supreme law of the land? The Constitution. All right, let's take a little break again. Do a little stretch. How are you guys doing? Going well, I hope? Okay, let's get back into it. Why did the colonists fight the British? Because of high taxes. Nobody likes taxes, right? Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Franklin Roosevelt. What are two rights of everyone living in the United States? Freedom of speech and freedom of religion. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. The Civil War. Why do some states have more representatives than other states? Because they have more people. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Any citizen can vote. Name 2 national U.S. holidays. New Year's Day and my favorite, Christmas. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? All people of the state. What is an amendment? A change to the Constitution. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? He fought for civil rights. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? He freed the slaves, and that was through the Emancipation Proclamation. What is the highest court in the United States? The Supreme Court. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? 435. That one's kind of hard to remember. 100 senators, 435 in the House of Representatives. All right. Name your U.S. representative. Do you know this? The answers will vary depending on where you live, so if you need some help, you can check the links in our description. Who makes federal laws? Congress. What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? They can vote and they can run for office. We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? 6. The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words? We the people. Who did the United States fight in World War II? Japan, Italy, and Germany. Who was the first president? George Washington. Who vetoes bills? The president. Again, I picture him signing bills into laws and vetoing bills on his desk. What are 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence? Life and liberty. What is the capital of the United States? Washington, D.C. Have you ever been there? It's a pretty cool place. What does the Constitution do? It sets up the government. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? 18 and older. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? John Roberts. When must all men register for the Selective Service? At age 18. So it's the same age as the voting age. There were 13 original states. Name 3. New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire. I think all of the ones with the news are easiest to remember. Name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States. The Mississippi River. It's also kind of fun to spell and say. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. The Civil War. And remember, don't get it confused with the Civil Rights Movement. All right, we're on our home stretch. Just a couple more questions to go. You can do it. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? Mike Johnson. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? To give a driver's license. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? Do you know it? This answer depends on where you live, so check our description if you need some help. Name one right only for United States citizens. To vote in a federal election. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4th, 1776. A very important date. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military? The President. Who is in charge of the executive branch? The President. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? April 15th. We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? 2. And that's a little tricky, but don't confuse it with the senators, which is 6 years. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? The Pacific Ocean. All right, that's it. I hope this study session of the 100 civics questions helped you. Feel free to check out these videos, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.